Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Brooks Monaghan. And Coach, you get a couple of results over the weekend. You started conference play, so you get some points out of it. You started off with a tie against SMU, and we talked last week about how tough this conference is going to be and how many teams you think are going to get in the NCAA.
Yeah, no, Friday night was a tough game in a lot of ways. First of all, you're playing a very, very strong team, a team that obviously was in NCAA, a team that was one of the best teams in our conference last year who didn't lose many players. We knew going into it was going to be a battle, and it was. It was, it was a game of highs and lows. Scored a few great goals. Unlucky to give up the third goal with a little over 2 minutes left. That kind of took some wind out of the sails. But our kids, responded. They held on, and you walk away with a point. So, look. You know this. We've been doing this for a while. I mean, I expect to win every time we step on the field. Doesn't matter who we're playing. So a little bit of disappointment, yes, but you're trying to look at the big picture, and if I look at the game, probably a fair result.
Coach, you turn around, and anytime you get that draw or take a loss in the first part of a homestand, I don't want to say your back's against the wall, but a little pressure because you want to get more than a couple of points over the weekend. You were able to come out and get that win over Houston, but it was a kind of an odd day. You went to the Park Avenue campus, had a lightning delay within the ball game. You were able to score a couple of goals late, though.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd day. One, it was very hot, and I think we were out of our element in regards to, it is different. It was different, even though you're at home. The conditions were extreme in regards to the heat, and we've only played one other day game this year, and that was when we were in Nashville against Indiana, and the temperature was probably 10 degrees cooler. So I think that had an effect on it, on us for sure. Weren't our best, and unfortunately gave up a goal, and then the lightning delay. Yeah. And the lightning delay, in my eyes, was a great opportunity. At first, when the lightning delay happened, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought we were pressing and it was just a matter of time. But with the lightning delay, it was over an hour and a half, and literally it gave us the opportunity to speak to some kids individually who weren't having the greatest performances. And basically our message to them was, look, you will bounce back tomorrow, but make this moment tomorrow. And I think some kids really responded to that, and we just saw a different type of energy when we finally kicked off the game. And as soon as that whistle blew, when we came out from the lightning delay, I just felt that feeling. I felt like our team is back. Our team is back, and one thing led to another. Obviously, we were able to draw a penalty, score, capitalized on that, and then the momentum was in our favor, and obviously got the second one. So, in the big picture, man, it was great to look. Winning solves a lot, makes you feel good. We needed that, I think right now we're in a good position. I mean, last week when we talked, as I told you, none of these rankings matter except for the RPI
right
at the end of the day. And last week we were at 33, and with a draw and a win, we're still at 33. So if the NCAA was picking today, then we'd be in. And that's our goal. Obviously, our goal is to win our conference as well, but it's to make the national tournament. And so we're in a good position. We're facing two great teams this weekend that have very good RPIs. So looking forward to it. It's an opportunity for us.
Before we talk about those teams, I want to go back to something you just said, and I saw it in your post-game interview the other day. You said you were able to talk to some individuals during that lightning, that weather delay. Interesting, on the post-game video, you talked about there are a few players that really built a lot of trust and are going to get a few more minutes. And, over time, I don't think it's just, unique to you, but any coach, it takes a while to build that trust that I'm going to put you out there, and I think you've developed enough already.
Yeah, no, it does, and I said that, as a freshman, it does take a lot for me to develop that trust, and it's at all different paces, and I've been saying it for a few weeks. We've got a couple kids that were close, and one in particular, Sam Murphy. I think she took a big step in the right direction, and there's a few others that are right there. And you need that. Look, we're at the point in our season that we call the grind.
Yeah.
This is the grind. Everybody is going through it. Nobody is feeling 100%, but that's normal. We talked about that today. It's just how are you going to deal with it compared to your opponent, So you're supposed to be tired. You're supposed to be sore. You're supposed to be all of that at this point in the season. So, how do you get the advantage over, again, your opponent? So I think we're in a good place right now. Again, like I said, this weekend, two very tough matches against two very good teams. And, we're going to have to be, firing on all cylinders to give ourselves a good chance.
UCF always a solid team, and then there's UCF, the old rival. That means on the road trip, you really got to guard against, they've got to be focused against USF because those veterans are going to know how it is with UCF on that latter game. They can't be focused on that big rivalry game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's one game at a time. You know that. The USF first, and they're a quality side with quality players. We've every year has been a battle with those guys. They're usually one of the better teams in the conference, and same with UCF. UCF is having a tremendous season. Their RPI is 4 right now. And South Florida's not far behind us. So, as I said, this conference, there's no easy games. AAC women's soccer, it's the real deal, and you can't slip up for one moment, or you'll get beat.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
Head Coach Brooks Bonnigan, I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.